Hello, and thank you for joining me for today's class. For today's class, we'll be using 2 blocks and a strap. I don't always use props, but every now and then it is fun to give the props a lot of love in a class. And I have a sign here that says, "Be your own kind of beautiful." And I wanted to bring this sign in because this is the beginning of Aquarius season. And this is such a wonderful season to really be ourselves and come into our uniqueness and not follow the crowd and share our gifts with the world in our authentic way. You know, a lot of times we feel like we need to act a certain way in certain situations. We've kind of been programmed to do this type of thing. And this is the time to release those programs and really harness our potential into this world where we can really raise the vibration and increase our positive impact on our community, and just really a time for a lot of humanitarianism. So it's a great energy to be in, and even if it's not Aquarius season, this is a great practice to do. So again, I thank you for joining me, and we will get started. So today we're going to start on our backs, and I thought we would take our props here, our blocks, and place them on the side of the mat so we can come down in this reclined butterfly with our feet together and our knees hanging out. So our legs are sort of relaxed and supported by the blocks. Now, if you don't want to use the blocks, of course you don't have to. Again, this is Aquarius season, so you do what feels right to you. So maybe place one hand on your stomach, one hand on your heart. And we're going to start practice just really grounding down here, relaxing our bodies and noticing our breath. Feeling how our belly and our chest gently rises and falls under our hand. And taking a moment here before we start to think about the collective mantra for class, which is, I give myself permission to be my authentic self. I give myself permission to be my authentic self. Now let's take a deep breath in through our nose, feeling our belly and our chest rise under our hand. And a soft exhale out. And let's do that twice more. Inhaling in fully. Soft exhale out. One last time. Now let's remove our blocks from under our knees, placing them to the side. And we're going to start by placing our left foot on the mat and clasping our shin with our fingers, gently pulling our right knee towards our right shoulder. It's going to be a gentle pull, relaxing our jaw and our face. Then let's place that right ankle on our left thigh and pull our legs towards us, grabbing anywhere you'd like on your legs, and maybe doing a little side to side movement here. Noticing how your back and your hips feel this morning or afternoon, whenever it is for you. Now we'll pause and do a few circles with our feet. And circles the other way. And then we'll release, placing our right foot down, clasping our left shin and gently pulling it towards our left shoulder. using our arm strength, but really relaxing our leg. Now let's place that left ankle on our right thigh and gently pull our legs towards us, maybe tucking your chin a little. And you can find this little side to side movement. Now let's point and flex our feet. And we'll slowly release our feet down. Now we'll take our strap. We're going to start by placing it around the ball of our right foot. If you have a scarf, you can put the middle of the scarf around your foot. You don't have to have a strap like this. You can keep your right leg bent or straight. And we're just going to move our left leg a little bit side to side. You can have a bend in your knee. We're just kind of noticing how the outside of our left leg feels, our muscles there. Maybe you feel the nice massage you're getting with your top of your glutes on the mat. And then we'll gently pull it over just a little bit to the left, not too far, pressing our heel away, just breathing into any tightness you feel, softening as much as you can. And let's bend that left knee towards our left shoulder and then slowly bring it up and a little bit to the right. Doesn't have to go all the way down. This is just kind of a little movement back and forth. Your hands are using the strap to sort of guide and support your leg. Feeling a little bit of motion and movement in our hip. And one last time, we will pull our foot down, bringing that knee towards our shoulder, getting a little extra stretch here. And release. Let's place the strap around the ball of our right foot. Again, you can have your left knee bent or you can straighten it. And we'll start by moving that leg side to side. You can have as much bend as you need in your knees. Don't want to have any pain in your hamstring or behind your knees. And then let's slowly pull that leg a little bit to the left, pausing here. And then we'll bend that knee towards our right shoulder and then bring it up and over a little bit to the left and back. Now let's pause with our knee down, squeezing just a little bit, pulling our leg down. And release. Let's go ahead and place the strap to the side. We're going to bring our feet wide on the mat with our palms facing down and do a few windshield wipers, letting our knees fall right and left. And then we'll slowly turn all the way on our bellies here. We'll come all the way down. Let's turn our head to the side with our elbows bent, tops of our feet are on the mat. And take just a couple breaths here, feeling nice and grounded on our bellies. And then one leg at a time, we're going to bend our knees up and down. And then when you're ready, you can move into bending both knees at the same time. Your feet can be relaxed. Just kind of noticing how our low back feels as we bend our knees. And then the next time our knees bend, let's let our feet fall side to side. So we're sort of doing these windshield wipers on our bellies now. Prone windshield wipers. Now let's straighten our right leg and reach our left arm back to grab the outside of our foot and just gently pull our foot towards our bottom. And then press our foot into our hand. Maybe you want to lift your thigh a little bit off the mat or not. Again, this is Aquarius season. You do you. Do what feels good. But if your thigh is lifted, press that foot into your hand. And then slowly release. Let's pull our heel towards our bottom, getting that stretch in our quad. And gently release. We're going to turn our head the other way and bend our right leg, reaching back for our foot, gently pulling our foot towards our bottom, and then pressing our foot into our hand, maybe lifting the thigh up just a little, not pressing too hard, feeling something happening in your quad, and then slowly release, pulling that foot towards you. Let's straighten that leg. Bring our hands towards our shoulders. We're going to come up into a little baby cobra. So we're pressing through our hands as we arch our back and exhaling down. You can place your forehead on the mat. We're going to do this a few times, keeping our elbows close as we press up. This can be a very small movement. Always honoring how your back feels. We'll do one more. This time we come up, let's pause. And then we'll come all the way back down. Now we're going to go into a little baby bow pose where we bend both of our knees, reaching back for our feet. Pressing our feet against our hands. You can stay just like this, pressing your feet against your hands. Or if you'd like, you can lift just a little bit up. So we're getting a stretch in the front of our shoulders. Feeling this extension in our back. Pressing our feet into our hands. Relaxing our face. And then very slowly release. We're going to press back into a wide-legged child's pose. So toes are together, knees are out, slowly coming down with your forehead resting on the mat. Breathing into your low back and totally relaxing here. Now let's very slowly press up. We're going to turn into an easy seated pose on our mat. We're going to grab both of our blocks, placing them near our hips. With our hands on the blocks, relaxing our shoulders. Let's drop our left ear towards our left shoulder. So nose is pointing forward, breathing into our neck. Feeling the stretch on the right side. Inhale up. Exhale, letting your right ear drop towards your right shoulder. Keeping your nose pointing forward so we're getting this stretch in our levator scapula muscle and our upper traps. And release. Now let's keep our left hand on the block. We're going to inhale our right arm up and around to our left knee. And as we inhale, we lengthen our spine. As we exhale, we'll twist gently. So maybe your left hand is gently pushing on the block. Maybe your right hand is gently pulling on your knee. Feeling this rotation in your entire spine. And now we'll slowly return to center. Let's place our right hand on the block Inhaling our left arm up and around to our right knee. Giving that gentle push as we rotate, looking back. Really feeling that length in your spine as you inhale, like your vertebrae are coming apart, giving you that extra space to twist. And release back forward. Now we're going to take our left forearm on the block as we inhale our right arm up, coming down into a side bend, looking down towards the block, but pulling our right shoulder back so we're getting this side stretch, relaxing our jaw and our face, relaxing our legs. And then let's inhale both arms straight up and exhale down to the right, placing our right forearm on the block as we reach our left arm away, looking down, rooting down our left sit bone, pulling our left shoulder back, relaxing our legs. And then slowly release. Let's open up our legs and taking our blocks forward, we're going to place our forearms on the block as we slowly fold forward, relaxing our feet and our legs. And then we'll slowly walk back up. Let's place the blocks behind us and gently lean back, having a bend in our elbows, looking up, opening up our chest and our throat. Now we're going to make our way into tabletop, taking our blocks. So our blocks will be under our shoulders, knees are under our hips. We're going to do a few cat-cows. So as we inhale, we look up and arch our back. As we exhale, we tuck our chin and round. Now when you go into this cow, as you look up and arch your back, you can bend your elbows if you'd like, or you can keep them straight. Lots of choices today. And always, really. You always have a choice. Now let's open up and do some big circles. So bringing our bottom towards our heels, coming around. You can move your head any way you'd like. Just really doing some free motion here, feeling all parts of your body. I like to shut my eyes. When you're ready, you can switch directions. Following your breath. Inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you go back. Now we'll come back onto all fours and switch our blocks so they're at the higher level, so they're easier to hold. And what we're going to do here, we're going to engage our stomach muscles, and keeping the block in our right hand, we're going to lift our right arm and our left leg up, and then place it back down. And then we'll lift our left arm and our right leg up and down. Let's do this a few times, nice and slow. Working these little muscles in our back called the multifidi, which give our back strength and stability. One last time. Now this time we're going to lift the right arm and the left leg and pause, reaching our arm and our leg away, engaging our stomach, and then we'll bend our elbow and our knee and tap the block on our knee and then bring it back out. We're going to do 5 of these. So this is number 2. Following your breath, inhaling up, exhaling together. 2 more. This last one, let's hold and squeeze our belly. and release. Let's move our hips a little side to side. We're going to go to the other side. So let's extend our right leg and our left arm out, pausing here. And then we'll slowly bend our elbow and our knee, tapping the block on our knee. Three more. Now this last one, let's pause, squeezing our belly, and release. Now we're going to walk to the left side of the mat, so we're still in our tabletop position. Let's extend that right leg behind us. Just move a little bit forwards and backwards, letting your heel go backwards and forwards. And then push that heel back, dropping our head, feeling the stretch in our calf muscle. And then we're going to drop our foot, so our foot is flat, as we lift our block of our right block, bringing our arm back, looking back, and then bringing it forward and down. We'll do this twice more. Engaging our right leg, getting a nice big circle with our arm, opening up our shoulder. Now when your arm comes back, let's pause, engage our stomach, and slowly lift up, placing this block on our heel. Oops, I just dropped mine. So you place it on your heel and then raising the other block up, pressing our pelvis forward, getting this little rotation stretch. And then slowly come back down. We're going to come back into tabletop, walk our blocks to the right side of the mat, and let's straighten that left knee. So we're moving our left heel backwards and forwards at the corner of our mat. And then press that heel back as we look down. And then let's drop the bottom of our left foot down so we can raise our block with our left hand, reaching our arm back and then forward. So we're engaging our stomach, going nice and slow. Getting this nice movement in our shoulder. Now the next time the block comes back, let's slowly raise up and put the edge of the block on our heel as we lift our right arm up. Doing this stretch. Trying something a little different. That's Aquarius season. Trying new things. And then release back down. Now we're going to bring our knees in, placing the blocks on the low level. We're going to bring our hands forward of our shoulders so we can tuck our toes and come into a downward facing dog, pressing our chest towards our thighs. And then on an inhale, we're going to come forward, coming into a high plank. Exhaling back, dropping our heels. Inhaling, lifting our heels as we come forward, engaging our legs. Let's do this one more time. Now back into downward facing dog. Now this time we come forward, we're going to bring our right knee up to tap our elbow and back. We're going to do this 3 times. So exhale as you tap. Inhale back. Last time, tap and hold. And then bring that foot in between the blocks, dropping your back knee. Top of our foot is on the mat. We're going to change the blocks to the high level so we can sink our pelvis and look up and breathe. Feeling this great stretch in our left hip flexors. And then let's walk the blocks back, coming into a half split. You can keep your back straight, or if you'd like, you can round. Either one is good. Now let's come back up. Keeping a hold of our right block, we're going to reach our arm up, back and around, looking back, and place the block down. Lift the left block up, back and around, and place it down. We'll do one more on each arm. Now you can keep your back knee down, or if you'd like, you can tuck your toes, lifting your back knee. We're going to raise the blocks up, pressing them together, pausing here, engaging our left glute muscles, and then bring them back behind you, pressing them together, maybe lifting your arms up and looking up. And then we'll drop our back knee, bring the blocks forward. Let's bring our right leg back, move a little side to side, and then we're going to bring our blocks down and come back into that downward facing dog. So we'll do some more of these downward dogs, forward to high plank, nice and slow. Now the next time we come forward, let's bring that left knee to tap our left elbow, and then slowly back. Twice more. And on this last one, pause. And then bring that foot in between the blocks, dropping the right knee. Top of the foot is on the mat. Let's move the blocks to the high level so we can sink down and look up. And then we'll slowly walk the blocks back to this half split. Again, you can have your back straight, feeling this nice stretch in your hamstring, or if you want to round down, you're getting the stretch also in your back. Should never have any pain. Maybe you pull your left hip crease back just a little bit. And then we'll come back forward. Now this is the part where you can keep your back knee down, or if you'd like, you can tuck your toes, lifting your back knee. We're going to grab the long edge of the blocks as we raise them up, pressing them together overhead. And then we'll slowly sweep them behind us, pressing them together behind us, maybe lifting our arms, maybe looking up. And we'll drop our back knees, bring our leg back, move our hips a little bit side to side. Now let's bring our knees together. We're going to come down into a child's pose with our arms near our legs for a few breaths to pause here and slow down our heart rate. Now let's slowly push our way up. We're going to sit on our heels and just move our hips a little bit right and left. Noticing how you feel, how your back feels. Move your head. Now we're going to do a little bit of sort of a camel pose, but using our blocks. So what we're going to do, we're going to come up on our knees and place our hands behind us with our fingers pointing down, so your knees are under your hips. And we'll start off by just gently coming backwards and forwards just a little bit to notice how that feels. So your blocks are near your heels on this high level, and we're going to raise our right arm up and around and tap our block and put it back. Then we'll lift our left arm up and around and tap our block and put it back. One more on each side. Tap. Tap. Now this time we're going to inhale our arm up and back. Maybe you want to lift your left arm up, Pressing your pelvis forward, looking down towards the block. Feeling this nice stretch on the left. And release. And we'll do that on the other side. So left arm up and back. Raising that right arm up. Pressing our pelvis forward and to the right. Should never have any pain. And release. Now we're going to put our hands back on our low back. Now you can press your pelvis forward and look up and stay just like this if you'd like. Or you can bring your body backwards, reaching for those blocks with your hands, pressing your pelvis forward and looking back. So with the blocks, we can be a little bit higher, so maybe a little more accessible than grabbing your heels. And breathe. And then very slowly, we'll put our hands back on our low back. Let's come down on our heels, moving the blocks to the side. We're going to go into rabbit pose, which is a counter pose. So bringing our knees together, we're going to take our hands, grabbing our heels, tucking our chin, and slowly rolling forward, placing our forehead on our knees, lifting our bottom as we pull on our heels. Shoulders are away from your ears. There's no weight in your head. So your arms are kind of pulling. You're feeling the stretch in your low back. Relaxing your face and breathing. And then slowly roll back up. One vertebra at a time. Great job. Now we're going to come on our backs. Let's slowly roll down. And we'll take a block and place it under our bottom, so on our sacrum, with our feet out and our knees together. Palms can be facing down or up. Let's take a few breaths here, really relaxing here in this supported bridge. Now let's bring our knees apart, walk our feet in a little so they're hip width distance apart. We're going to come up into a bridge, lifting our bottom and taking our hands, grabbing the block and lifting our arms off the mat. So we're engaging our arms, squeezing our bottom, relaxing our face, pulling in our belly. And then very slowly release, placing the block to the side. Let's straighten our left leg and take our strap one last time, placing it around the ball of our foot. We're going to press our heel away as we gently pull our foot towards us and breathe, feeling the stretch in the whole back of our leg. And then we'll very slowly open our leg to the left. Maybe you straighten your right arm out, looking to the right. The left leg can be off the ground. Relax your leg. You can use your left arm if you want to pull your leg a little bit higher. And then we'll raise our leg straight up, switching hands with the strap. Opening up our leg to the right. If you have these loops, you can put your fingers in the loop. Sometimes that helps. Gently looking right as you use your right arm to pull your leg up. And then we'll bend our knee, taking off the strap and switching sides. So again, we'll start by just straightening our leg. Doesn't have to be all the way straight. Again, you can always have a bend. Maybe you want to put your fingers in the loop if you have one like this. pressing your heel away so you feel the stretch in your calf as well as your hamstring. And then we'll gently guide our leg to the right as we look left, opening our left arm up. Maybe you feel your hips have opened up a little bit since the beginning of class. Now we'll inhale that leg straight up, switching hands with the strap as we let our leg fall to the left, opening up our right arm, really relaxing both of our legs. Left arm can be pulling. And then we'll bend that knee, taking off the strap and placing it to the side. We're going to come up on our elbows and do one last thing with the blocks, a heart opener. So we're going to put our blocks in a T. They can be on the lowest level, or you can make them higher, up to you. But the first block will be behind your shoulder blades, and the next block will be behind your head. Now you can have your knees bent with your feet flat. You can have your feet together with your knees out, or you can have your legs straight. Whatever you feel like doing. This is another yogi's choice. Your legs are straight, your toes can fall out. Your palms can face up or down. So in this Aquarius season, we are opening our hearts to new ideas. We are not following social norms or things that are expected. We are embracing our journey into becoming our true selves. If your palms are facing up, slip our palms, bend our knees with our feet flat, and we'll do a few more of those very gentle windshield wipers. Your knees don't have to fall very far. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of a massage on your thoracic spine. You should never have any pain. Now let's gently push up on one elbow, releasing our blocks, placing them to the side. We're going to come all the way down. Do a final little hug, grabbing your forearms or your elbows, pulling your legs in, pressing the base of your spine to the mat, like you're flattening your entire spine on the mat. And then very slowly we will release, straightening our legs down, taking up some space, letting our toes fall out, palms facing up into this final resting pose, shavasana. Let's gently wiggle our fingers and our toes, waking ourselves up. Let's bring our legs together, reaching our arms overhead, doing a full body stretch. Sighing it out. Bend our knees, turning to our side. We can pause for a breath. And then pushing our way up to an easy seated position. I'm going to bring my sign back in here to give us this theme of this Aquarius season, to be your own kind of beautiful. Let's bring our hands together, bowing our heads, giving ourselves gratitude for showing up today to come home to ourselves. The light in me honors the light in all of you, and together here now and always, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked class, I would love it if you gave me a like and maybe subscribe to the channel so you can come back and we can practice together again soon. Thank you.